1999. She was also president of the Cordova Community Council way back when, right, Linda? She saved the historic Mill Station building so it could have a new life as the MAC years later. Who could have predicted that? Prior to cityhood, Linda served on the Sacramento County Fire Protection District Board and the Cordova Recreation Board of Directors. For more than 18 years, she chaired the Sacramento County Subdivision Review Committee, which hears all the parcel maps and subdivision maps in the county, and which is why I can always accuse Linda, and I often do, she knows where every sewer pipe is in our whole county. Linda is an American Institute certified planner and owner of Geometric Planning and Permitting. As a consulting planner, she has handled rezones and use permits and all that boring stuff that's really very important, handled building permits all over the U.S. She has studied at several universities like the University of Georgia and University of California, Davis, and others. But she is an alumni of, get ready for this, the Harvard Kennedy School Executive Education Program. So she has even has a Harvard credential. You might say that Linda has certainly done it all. And we are fortunate because we have benefited from her broad experience and deep commitment to our city. So please join me in welcoming, by the way, she didn't know she'd be doing this till about 2:30 this afternoon when our mayor was unable to make it, so she gets superstar cake for that as well. So please welcome our mayor, our vice mayor, Linda Budge, to the 2000
Good evening, Rancho Cordova. Good evening. I'll be on. This is a great night to celebrate. It really is. And actually, if you remember, the video, even the camel was smiling. Okay, who cannot smile on a night like tonight? And we have all our wonderful young people with us tonight. This is just marvelous. I know there might not much on speeches, but it's okay. Okay. So, I do have the honor of representing you all tonight. We miss our mayor, Donald Terry, and we miss our city manager, Cyrus Zapar, but they're both under the weather. And so we will look forward to having them back again soon. And we certainly send them some get well wishes. So tonight, since the theme is our kids and our future, we want to share our amazement at the accomplishments of our kids here in Rancho Cordova. So what we've seen tonight, remember, the food was served to you by the Culinary Academy from Cordova High. From Sunrise Elementary School, their media team is covering and reporting on this event. So guys, where are you all? And then of course, as Shelley said, we have our mentees at Cordova High, known as our mock kids. They're going to clean up after us tonight. We have the wonderful kids from the Boy Scout troops, and our lovely young ladies from St. John Vianney and Christian Brothers, who gave the invocation and the youth poet laureate. And then of course we have our future big leaders, the Cordova Junior Lancers football, the Rancho Cordova Track Club, the Little League, and the Cordova Girls softball. So let's remember that everything we talk about tonight is not just through our eyes as adults, as parents or grandparents, but it has to be seen through their eyes. I told a gentleman from KCRA today, I'm one of these very selfish grandparents who is fortunate to have kids who went through Cordova High and now have got grandkids who are going through Cordova High. And it is so incredible to know that we are creating a city where our kids will want to stay home and stay with us and enjoy what we have to do here in Rancho Cordova as we live, learn, work, and play. So that's how my council colleagues and I all weigh our decisions. And I think Shelley took care of announcing all of our wonderful dignitaries who are here. So we appreciate again having you all here, and our community partners, and our residents and our businesses. So we're going to take a trip through the streets of Rancho Cordova to learn why this is the place to live, work, learn, and play. First of all, Rancho Cordova is a great place to live. And the face of our city, as we have seen over the last 20 years, is now, after we've come through the recession and the pandemic, is continuing to grow and change rapidly. Home building continues to be strong. Who lives east of Sunrise? Oh, only a couple of people. Okay, that's a surprise because there are tons of buildings, of homes going up east of Sunrise. Because to put this in perspective, 4 years ago only, we only had 329 building permits pulled by home developers. However, in 2019-2020, we had 660, almost a 50% jump or 100% jump. In 2020-21, we had 654, and this last year, in fiscal year 2021-2022, we did have 652, a full 100% jump in the number of building permits pulled for homes in Rancho Cordova in the last 4 years. And so we're going to talk about a few very significant home projects that are in development and underway. One of them is Montelena. Montelena is kind of an area that is right in the middle of Douglas, between Sunrise and Grant Line. We have Sunridge Village, which started several years ago and is continuing to build out. We have Grant Line 208, which is way out on the east end, close to Grant Line, as the name says. We have the ranch, which is the Keyhole project, right in the middle. So Chrysanthi will connect and go through the ranch and go on out to Grant Line. And then we have Rio de Oro, which, frankly, the Chamber of Commerce started with Aerojet, the precursor of Easton Development, back in the late 90s, and is just now under construction, but they already have model homes up there. And then we have 5 projects that are going to come online in 2023. We have Aristo del Sol, Grant Line 220, Sunridge Village, Villas, Stone Creek Village, which will be over in a new place we're going to talk about in a minute, and then Rio de Oro. Personally, as a planner, you know what I find so fascinating about this? These people don't just survey the ground with lasers anymore. They survey the ground with drones. The technology is remarkable. So, as the realtors say, retail follows rooftops. So we're going to see the opening of businesses in what's called the Anatolia Marketplace. It is in the southeast corner of Sunrise and Douglas. I know you've seen the McDonald's that's almost open there. The confirmed businesses at this point in time include Dutch Bros, kids, Dutch Bros, a Chevron, so you don't run out of gasoline between Folsom Boulevard and Sunrise, the McDonald's. And I say that with all apologies to Elk Grove. In the early years when Laguna was underway, you could run out of gas between Highway 99 and Highway 5 because there were not any gas stations over there. A wonderful local business called Capriati Sandwich Shop, Kids Care Dental, Round Table Pizza, Pacific Dental, and a Jamba Juice. I see thumbs up. So we have another new shopping center at Zinfandel and Bear Hollow, and if you all don't know, you have to join us on Veterans Day, November the 11th. Sprouts is going to open. That's where the new Stone Creek Village is going to go in. Sprouts will be there. There will be some other stores along with that, and then an apartment complex, and then more townhomes similar to what they did in Veranda. Then we have another, no, we did that one. And across the street, obviously anybody who drives in that direction, you've seen the construction. We are going to have Hawthorne Independent Living. It's a perfectly beautiful 3-story senior project. It has the most marvelous public areas with fireplaces and lounges and a library and a 24-hour ice cream machine. We at the city have our own development project in the works. Mills Crossing is the current name of what's euphemistically called our Civic Center. It's located in the heart of the city. It will be a center for wellness, the arts, community gatherings and fun, as well as a location for new housing. So we have awarded a pre-development agreement to a wonderful firm who will provide the architecture and design. And we are in the process of hosting a number of community meetings. We started off, kids, with asking our kids at City Hall what they thought a community center ought to have. And every one of them, they divided into 3 teams, and they did 3 specific versions of what they all thought we should have. And that's always been the ground floor of what we are planning over there. And of course, as I know many of you have noticed, because you do live on the west side of Sunrise, we're always improving our city infrastructure, as well as building new infrastructure to support our neighborhoods and businesses. Has anybody driven the new White Rock Road since it's been open? Is that remarkable or what? It's a $20 million project. It upgraded White Rock Road between Fitzgerald, east of Rancho Cordova Parkway. It expanded it to 4 lanes, repaved it for safety, added a landscape median and signal lights. No more like this. This beautifully upgraded corridor now provides both parallel capacity to Highway 50 and supports the new growth in the area. And if you haven't already, believe it or not, we have a lake. And I know that doesn't sound logical for Rancho Cordova, but if you check out North Mather and Bear Hollow in the Stone Creek neighborhood, the stormwater detention basin over there is not just that anymore. It's a nature area. Thanks to some of our city team and the Tree Foundation and a lot of volunteers, there are oak trees that were planted over there that are growing and prospering over there. And we put in posted cable and new wrought iron fencing. I'm not sure whether it's to keep the beavers in or the rest of us out, but it looks beautiful. The second phase of the project is being planned now and will include new landscaping and information sign. And ultimately, we should have signs about the wildlife that you see there, the various kinds of birds, and everything that those of us who've lived in the Stone Creek neighborhood can see. And of course, we've just finished making $17.5 million in street upgrades to the Cordova Vineyards and the Cordova Lane neighborhoods, newly paved streets, new sidewalks, and improved drainage. We have significant infrastructure projects that are under construction and grant funding for future projects. So in February, and the timing has been perfect, in February we launched Rancho Cordova Fiber City. It's a privately funded, guys, $65 million infrastructure project with partners Sci-Fi to make fast, affordable, and reliable all-fiber internet network to every home and business in Rancho Cordova. Construction has already begun, And so the idea, because they laid this little bitty trench, so the idea was to get the trench in the ground and then do the street improvement project on top of that. They are bringing speeds of up to 10 Gbps. Don't ask me what that means. I don't know whether that's gigs or megs or what. The fastest residential speeds available in the United States, they say. Rancho Cordova Fiber City is an open access network allowing fiber infrastructure to be shared by multiple service providers, delivering the fastest speeds at the most competitive prices. Then the Mills Ranch in Rossmore neighborhood street rehab project is underway and scheduled to also be completed this fall. Crews are resurfacing roadways, adding ADA compliant curbs, upgrading gutters, sidewalks, drainage, and street markings. And the city's investment in this project is $10.3 million. And then the Countryside neighborhood is getting an ADA, Americans with Disabilities Act, neighborhood improvement project. That's an investment of $1 million, and it's expected to be completed this winter with new upgraded gutters, compliant sidewalks, and curbs. Citywide, we're making improvements to sidewalks, curbs, and gutters in 203 locations at the cost of just under $1 million. And I want to say again before we forget to not say it, ladies and gentlemen, this couldn't be possible without all of you, the voters, who have approved the two measures that have funded our community enhancement project. A significant amount of that money goes towards these kinds of improvements that enhance the quality of life here in Rancho Cordova. But we're also excited to announce that we've awarded a contract for the design of the Rancho Cordova Parkway. This is the long talked about reliever for Sunrise, connects up to Highway 50, and it provides the route that links drivers to Highway 50 from further south and east. Construction's not yet funded, but the design underway, but having design underway is great progress. So one of the hallmarks of our city, and this is something that our city manager started years ago when he was first our Director of Public Works. Our city staff in all departments looks for grants wherever they can find them. And they are hard at work to acquire grant funding that helps the city augment the investments to bring these projects to fruition. So we're happy to announce some new wins. $200 million for construction of the Zinfandel Drive bicycle and pedestrian overcrossing. So if anybody has looked at the people who are trying to walk or bicycle or use a scooter to cross Highway 50 at Zinfandel, this will be an iconic bicycle and pedestrian crossing over Highway 50. It will be both a travel route to keep them off the Zinfandel overcrossing, which is not safe, and it will be a beautiful destination that visually depicts the history of Rancho Cordova and celebrates its artistic roots. The total cost of this project will be over $27 million, and the design should be completed next year so that we can go to construction. And then we got a $2 million FEMA grant for drainage improvements for the Monier Circle drainage basin near Sunrise Boulevard. So people in the Chamber of Commerce members who have a business in and around Monier Circle will see improper drainage during heavy rains, improved driver safety and movement of goods, as well as supporting businesses in that area by alleviating historic flooding on Sunrise Boulevard. So it's one of those things where they found an area that was lower and they're able to channel all of the drainage over to there so that it's not impacting us when we finally get some rain again, like we did yesterday. These infrastructure projects make Rancho Cordova a great place to live, and we know that. But so does the American Public Works Association and the American Society of Civil Engineers, who honored our team with 2 awards for their work. So you're looking at Albert and Edgar getting awards for 2 wonderful projects here in Rancho Cordova. So if we turn from road safety to public safety, we are always focusing on making Rancho Cordova a safe and inviting place to live. Remember that there is no greater duty of any city or county or jurisdiction in this country than to keep the place safe for the people who live there. So we're proud to announce, and we have our police department here tonight, we are proud to announce that we have launched the innovative ShotSpotter technology. ShotSpotter serves as an additional tool for RCPD by accurately locating a gunshot fired and quickly directing officers to the area to investigate. So as that rolls out this fall, there will be more information on that program. And RCPD has continued to focus on building relationships with our community to help prevent crimes from occurring. Residents came out to multiple community events to meet the officers and learn how we can partner. They have an active neighborhood watch, which you can sign up for, a business watch, and hotel watch programs. And the Citizens Academy, are the people who have graduated from the Citizens Academy here? I see a couple. Great, thank you all. Thank you so much for giving your time to come out and learn what our police department is all about and how you can help them in their work. And they're mostly in the back of the room, but we want to thank all of our police officers for keeping our community safe. So Rancho Cordova is also a great place to work. We just heard some wonderful statistics from the Chamber of Commerce and from Visit Rancho Cordova. We're home to over 3,500 businesses. There is a job for anyone who wants to work in Rancho Cordova. These businesses employ over 65,000 people, making Rancho Cordova one of the largest employment centers in the region. So we want some people we want to give a big welcome to. UC Davis Health. UC Davis Health has been renovating the 190,000 square foot building on White Rock Road that's just across the street from City Hall. And it's one of two buildings that they have that will house over 1,000 employees. Some of the employees are already working here, but many will be moving in early 2023. And then we want to welcome Solidigm. Solidigm is just down the street. You might have seen the sign on the old Barco building that they're renovating at White Rock and Prospect Park. They are a developer of NAND Memory Solutions. They're locating a global research and development facility in Rancho Cordova, and they're going to employ more than 1,900 people. It's an investment of over $100 million in the city. They're excited to be part of the Rancho Cordova community, and they're going to hold an official opening in early 2023. They have told us they want to be a wonderful city partner, and I know that the Community Council and the Chamber of Commerce will be signing them up as a community partner. We have another new hotel. If you drive east on Sunrise, or on Folsom Boulevard, you see Town Place Suites, located on Point East. It's a 4-story, 117-room extended stay hotel, and it's going to open in January. When we incorporated, we had something like 47% of the hotel rooms in Sacramento County. We still have an enormous number of hotel rooms because of our business community. We currently have 2,245 rooms, hotel rooms in the city. I know Mark can tell you that off the top of his head. But to give you an idea of the magnitude, downtown Sacramento has 2,000 rooms. So of course we love it when people visit Rancho Cordova, because whether they come for business reasons or whether they come to vacation or to go to the Hangtown Crossing or a rowing event at Nimbus, they're here participating in our community, bringing their sales tax dollars, bringing their families to enjoy what we have here in Rancho Cordova. Switching gears, our industrial and warehouse space is in high demand because, quite frankly, there's very little of that in the region at all. And we have very little vacancy here in the city, so there is a new space being constructed on Folsom Boulevard at Hazel on some of the old Aerojet strategic sites, and that's going to bring 1.4 million square feet of industrial warehouse space to the city. And we congratulate the Chamber of Commerce. Here's just a few of the new businesses that have joined us. Sprouts, Heartcraft Studio, Shorebirds Hard Kombucha Bar, Claire's, 8T's Bubble, Bao Bao, Mochi Nut, they're donuts, Hot Buns, Rooster Start Hot Chicken, Green Grill, Vaughn's Chicken, Ramen 101, and many others. And then we have a number of new businesses that are coming soon because my favorite, we're about to have a new member of the Beryl District, the Drink Urban Winery. So finally, for those of us who don't like beer, it will be an alternative. Crumble Cookies is coming, and a company called Daiso, which sells cosmetics, home goods, and stationery, is going to open on the 19th of November. But we all know that Rancho Cordova is a wonderful place to learn. And in that context, our youth center opens tomorrow. So be there before 6 in the afternoon. Guys, we're rolling out a kid-sized red carpet for all of you. There will be so much fun tomorrow afternoon and so much to do. We want to thank you, we want to issue a thank you to the Center of Praise Ministries and their Bishop Lovelace, who are the ones who have given Rancho Cordova that building on a 25-year lease, with another 25 years to extend the lease. And when they found out that their goal of serving youth in Rancho Cordova was the same as the city's goal, then the bishop approached us and asked if there was a way we could partner. So this is absolutely marvelous. We have invested, the building has been there for a very long time, but we've invested $8 million in creating a place where elementary and teenage kids can come and learn and grow, where it's safe and inclusive. And then our Congressman, Ami Bera, provided us with a federal grant of $350,000 to assist in Youth Center program. The city is going to manage and oversee the Youth Center. The Boys and Girls Clubs are going to operate it and develop the academic program, including homework support. And as we were over there today, they've got all sorts of computers for homework assistance. There'll be leadership development activities and career programs and mentoring. This is the Boys and Girls Club's first community-wide program here in Rancho Cordova. And then the Police Activities League, PAL, is going to provide sports, educational, and mentoring program for the Youth Center, including a boxing club, Junior Giants League, and Youth Leadership Council. And Garrett got his basketball court. So he's a happy camper. So in terms of learning, last year the city's workforce development program offered free educational and training opportunities to Rancho Cordova residents who are unemployed, underemployed, or want to upskill to compete for higher wage jobs. And now we're gearing up to offer the second round of no-cost ways for residents to develop their skills. And that'll be on our website within the next month. Our Folsom Lake College Rancho Cordova Promise program, which was the first in the Sacramento region, offers Rancho Cordova residents who graduate from high school or are military veterans 2 years fee-free at Folsom Lake College or other Los Rios colleges, as long as the students take 6 or more units per semester. And I know that the number is over about 2,000, I think, David, of kids who have benefited from the Promise program. And I know I have 2 kids this year who are taking advantage of that program. So we're really proud of our Promise program students. They're from diverse backgrounds, and in some cases, they're first-generation college students. We know that our Promise Program students will stay in school after their first year at double the rate of non-Promise students. They're more likely to transfer to four-year universities, and then they're more likely to remain in the local community after graduation, which is what it's all about. So all of us at the City Council, and you all in Rancho Cordova, have every opportunity to be proud of this program and the city's dedication to supporting the kids. In terms of adult education, we actually have 15 post-secondary institutions ranging from higher education to trade schools. If you're thinking about going back to school, look no further than your own city for these opportunities, which include colleges of nursing and psychiatry, as well as vocational education and opportunities to learn the building trades. Then the Rancho Cordova MAC, Mill Station Arts and Culture Center, has just celebrated its 5th anniversary. Who was there? Yeah, there were a whole bunch of us there. What a fun evening. It's hard to believe it has been a full 5 years. And here again, thanks to our Community Enhancement and Investment Fund, everything offered at the MAC is free. And the variety of things they've had, everything from tapogami to the exhibit about Anne Frank. It's a huge range of programs. Rumor has it, on good authority, that there is a program coming to us next year coming from the Smithsonian. So that means we've hit the bid time. They know who we are on the East Coast. Another unique and amazing place to learn is Solborn Farms. Okay, guys, who's been to Solborn? See, everybody's been to Solborn. It's a beautiful 55-acre organic farm that borders the American River, of course. And we are a proud sponsor. You can take classes and learn how to plant your garden, use medicinal herbs, and install drip irrigation. You can shop for soil, trees, plants, and produce. You can actually shop for food. You can do it online. You can do it at their weekly farmers market, and they offer fun events like bird walks and a cafe and more. And we just found out that in December, there are students coming from the University Tecnológico de Costa Rica in Cartago, which is close to Rancho Cordova's sister city of Turrialba in Costa Rica. They'll be here the first week in December, and these are senior industrial engineering students who are coming to study sustainability. So we want to be able to show them not only the sustainability at Solborn, but also other sustainability ideas here in the community. We love to support literacy and athletics in our schools. And you're looking at 2 new recent events. There are new library books at the Robert J. McGarvey and Sunrise Elementary Schools, as well as at the Bookworm Vending Machine at Williamson Elementary. At Cordova High, the locker rooms have been upgraded. In addition, at Mills Middle School, Mitchell Middle School, Kenny High School, and Cordova High, investments have been made to update athletic equipment, uniforms, and supplies. We love to support the STEM communities in our STEM opportunities in our community. So we are proud sponsors of the Youth Environmental Leadership Camp at Sacramento Splash and a robotics program for middle school students hosted by Suvita International Foundation. We love to support experiential learning opportunities for our students. So the kids went on field trips, had school culture building activities, and hosted assemblies on campus. We love to share our history and teach others about the people, places, and events that shaped Rancho Cordova. Through the release of a documentary film, Rancho Cordova, From the Gold Rush to the Space Race, and by Nimbus Films. And I have to tell you, I mean, I can recommend it. Several of us here tonight were in this movie. So has anybody else seen it? I know there are several people who were there that night. What a fun opportunity, guys. It's really so fun. It will be shown several times next year during the city's 20th birthday. And ultimately, it will make its way to PBS Channel 6 here locally. So you have to be sure to catch it. There's so many people who grew up here in Rancho Cordova who will remember some of the places and events that they talked about in the film. And then we know there's no better place to play than Rancho Cordova. And these opportunities are ever expanding in the city. Shelley and I had opportunities in the past to go tell people who were bringing new groups of workers to town that Rancho Cordova may never have all of the retail, but we have more fun than anybody else in the region. And we do this, it's a true commitment, that it's really because we have an organization devoted to fun. The Cordova Community Council is totally unique in this region. And they help us have all these mostly free events a year over on Nerd Dublin. Things like you've heard Shelley talk about, the Kids Day in the Park, the 4th of July, the movies and the concerts at the park, as well as the MAC. What's coming up this year, of course, is the Christmas tree lighting, which will be on Sunday the 27th of November, so put that on your calendar. And then the holiday Pal Run on Saturday the 17th of December. Thanks to the Community Investment and Enhancement Fund and a partnership with PAL, the Outdoor Adventure Club was launched, and the PAL kids now experience free outdoor recreation activities like archery, horseback riding, and camping. And of course, all of you know in the front rows, we love to support our youth sports leagues and the Athletic Association by promoting youth sports, enhancing the playing conditions, funding training for coaches, and helping to grow the existing leagues here in Rancho Cordova. And last year, of course, we helped to open the new girls softball complex, and they're still working on the Little League baseball complex. So, do we have any of our girls softball players here? Great. How about Little League? Great. That's terrific. So we hope to do something about Little League sometime soon. And of course, we're home to the Children's Museum across the parking lot here. This is a special place that offers children play through hands-on activities such as the new XOXO, an exhibit about love and forgiveness. This traveling exhibit teaches kids and adults about exploring feelings to help them understand, appreciate, and express their emotions. The exhibit will be here through the 28th of December, so you still have about 2 months to catch it. And it's free on Sundays to Rancho Cordova residents. And as you've heard between Visit Sacramento and the Chamber and the Community Council, we're always growing entertainment opportunities in Rancho Cordova. So the Barrel District is expanding, including Shorebirds, a hard kombucha bar, as well as the wine bar. So now they have 9 members that offer family-friendly spots for live music, trivia nights, food trucks, and more. And I never go by, there's 2 of them at least, that I never go by, that there's not always people over there. They're doing karaoke nights. They're doing all sorts of really fun things. And then, of course, we have businesses where you can go throw an axe. Has anybody gone to throw an axe? Oh, my God. Well, I'm glad you all are sitting back there. You can climb a wall, you can play laser tag, you can sing karaoke, and you can play indoor soccer. Or go for a walk or a run, get on your bike, explore the 26 miles of the bike and pedestrian trails that run throughout the city and along the American River Parkway. David is one of our proponents of trails that connect all of our new neighborhoods to each other, to the schools, to the shopping. And we will continue to do that as we grow and develop the new housing in Rancho Cordova. And then, of course, you can always raft, kayak, or paddleboard along the 6 miles of the American River in Rancho Cordova. And I know there were some guys from Metro Fire here. They're going to remind you to be sure to wear your life jacket. So as you can see, there is so much happening in Rancho Cordova. We also have our River City Concert Band, the Symphony de Oro, and they're coming up with another concert at Coriana. They both have holiday concerts. We went to the Halloween concert a week ago. But both of those groups have concerts coming up at Coriana Plaza. We have the Hummingbird Theater Company, the Rise Up Theater Company, the Calicat Film Office, who's the ones that brought, who are bringing you some of the black box theater things over there. The Mandarins are here tonight. Mandarins of Sacramento Music Academy and Multicultural Festivals. And if you haven't signed up for our twice monthly events newsletter, be sure to head over to the city's website so you can receive information about all the ways in which our city is prepared to entertain you, to educate you, to let you have fun, to help you have fun. So again, we want to remind ourselves that our kids are the reason that we want Rancho Cordova to always be the place that we live, work, learn, and play. And we want to end by thanking all of you again, the voters, who have voted for those measures that have funded our Community Enhancement Fund, because that's how you make this all possible, and you are contributing to the quality of life that we have here in Rancho Cordova. Thank you.